Welcome to Film Strip. These podcasts are spoiler-filled as we discuss the plots, characters, and themes of the films in review. All content used or discussed in these podcast episodes is the property of the respective owners and used under the Fair Use Act, Section 504(c)(2), Title 17.
Welcome to Film Strip. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Ron.
And we are here to talk about Spaceballs, starring Mel Brooks, John Candy, Bill Pullman, and Daphne Zuniga. Written by Mel Brooks, Thomas Meehan, and Ronnie Graham, and directed by Mel Brooks. This cult classic sci-fi parody was released in 1987. So, let's start with backgrounds of the movie. Ron, would you like to kick us off?
My background with this movie is that I've been watching it routinely since 1987. I told my wife I didn't actually need to rewatch it for the podcast, although I did anyway, because I know it backwards and forwards because I've seen it a billion times. But one of the fun things about it, at least for me, is that I pick up new jokes every time I watch it. So, that's cool for me. But yeah, I am violently aware of this movie, and it has been a part of my life since 1987.
Violently aware.
Yes.
Ryan, how about you?
Well, I didn't, it came out a year before I was born. So let's just put that in, perspective here. However, my family loves Mel Brooks films. We love Robin Hood Men in Tights. We love High Anxiety. So this one, of course, did eventually get shown to my brother and I, of course, because big Star Wars fans and kind of a combination of the two, as we'll discuss. I also, like Ron, didn't need to watch this movie. I wanted to rewatch this movie because it's been a while, but it was so funny how I went back and watched and went, wow, there are a lot of quotes from this film that I still use to this day, and I just forgot where they came from. So I, I'm very excited that we're going to be reviewing this one today.
Excellent. I don't think this movie was embedded in my psyche as deeply as it was for both of you, but there were pieces of the movie as I watched it. And I realized, I don't remember the last time I watched it from start to finish, like the full movie in one sitting, but I feel like I've seen pieces of it throughout my life. And that little end scene with the, alien doing his little song and dance, like that is a scene that lives in my brain rent free. So I've been exposed to it from maybe not from a really young age, but probably not an old age. I would say early elementary school, this movie kind of popped up for me. But yeah, I definitely watched it. And I had watched it semi-recently when we had a friend come into town and we thought it'd be fun. But it's a good one. It's such a ridiculous movie. And it kept popping up as a recommendation for me to watch on, I don't know, Prime or Netflix or whatever it's streaming on. And every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, we need to watch that. So we finally did.
Do you think it was because of the May 4th, which is when this is coming out?
I know. Yeah. May the 4th be with you.
Schwartz be with you.
Yeah, may the Schwartz be with you.
And also with you. I was raised Catholic. I don't automatically, that just pops out of my mouth whenever that comes up.
Then you should be saying, and with your spirit.
Oh, touche. Yeah, you're right. I've been doing it wrong for a very long time.
Everyone does it wrong. I just went to a Catholic wedding last weekend, and when they said peace be with you, half of the congregation said and also with you, and the other half said and with your spirit, all in tandem.
Well, that's because they changed it. I don't remember exactly what, they made some changes to Catholic Mass, I think when I was in my college years or something. So that would have been oh God, 15 years ago. Because I do remember going to Mass one day with my family and being like, what did they just say? Do I actually have to open up the book to make sure that I'm doing this right? Oh God, Catholic weddings. That's a long ceremony.
It was the drive-through version. They didn't do the
Oh,
full, yeah, they didn't do the full thing, but
lo
it was good.
love to see it. Love to see it.
They didn't read the full love chapter.
No, they didn't. They
That's good.
didn't. Yeah, yeah. No, we were, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's a wedding. Weddings are all basically the same. Do they love each other? Does everyone agree? Yep. Cool. Let's go party.
I remember when, I mean, like, as somebody who is, I think I'm not the only one in this group who is an officiant, but that's basically it. I think the funniest thing is I always hear from like people's like, how long do you want this to be? And they're like, as quick as possible, because we're literally just going, yes, kiss, let's
Sign
go
the paper.
party. Yep,
Yeah.
sign the paper.
Hmm.
Time to eat.
Time to eat.
Indeed.
Gotta show you how to do the Cupid shuffle.
Well, I guess if the listeners haven't figured this out yet, we thought this would be a fun parody to release on May 4th. I thought about it and I was like, this, I feel like would have been appropriate to release on May 5th as well, because it's kind of close, but
Hmm.
not quite. But it'll be fun. This is our,
People would be celebrating May 5th for different reasons, Linz.
yeah, that's fair. Cinco de Spaceballs. Well,
Spaceballs, the Mexico.
Oh my God.
well, let's get into it. I'll give us a quick-ish plot summary on the craziness, and then I think we have a fair amount to unpack with this. So if you've never seen it, I'm sure if you're listening to this, you have. But Spaceball is basically Star Wars if everyone involved was sleep deprived, deeply unserious, and somehow still committed to the bit. The movie starts on planet Druidia, where Princess Vespa is supposed to marry Prince Valium. Vespa decides she would rather flee into space than spend 1 second in a beige political marriage, so she escapes in her spaceship with her droid companion, Dot Matrix, who is really just C3PO with more sass and better boundaries. Meanwhile, the villains, the Spaceballs, are dealing with a genuinely stupid problem. They've wasted all the air on their own planet. Their genius solution is to steal the atmosphere from Druidia. Leading this mission is Dark Helmet, who looks intimidating until he opens his mouth and immediately reveals the vibe of a man who absolutely yells at interns. He works for President Scrooge. He works for President Scrooge, who is forcing the whole let's steal someone else's air to do a lot of heavy lifting for his personality. After Vespa escapes, her father hires Lone Star and Barf to rescue her. Lone Star is the classic roguish space hero type, emotionally distant, sarcastic, suspiciously attractive by 80s movie standards. And Barf is his best friend and co-pilot, who is literally a Mog, half man, half dog, all chaotic support energy. Lone Star also desperately needs money because he owes a debt to Pizza the Hut, which is one of the most perfect parody jokes in cinema history. Lone Star and Barf find Vespa and Dot, and from there, the movie becomes one giant series of dumb, amazing disasters. They crash on a desert planet, wander around nearly dying, and eventually meet Yogurt, a tiny wise man who is very obviously not Yoda, and definitely not legally actionable. Yogurt teaches Lone Star about the Schwartz, which is the movie's version of the Force, except somehow even sillier. He also delivers one of the funniest bits in the movie by explaining that the real power in the universe is merchandising. Honestly, a visionary. There's a whole running gag where the characters are aware they're in a movie. At one point, the bad guys literally watch a VHS of Spaceballs to figure out where the heroes are, which feels like the kind of absurd meta joke that should not work but absolutely does. The movie is constantly roasting sci-fi tropes, adventure movies, brand tie-ins, and itself all at once. Eventually, Vespa gets recaptured. Lone Star has to step up and stop being just some guy with good hair. And the Spaceballs unveil their ultimate weapon, Mega Maid, a giant transforming ship that goes from evil spaceship to evil maid and starts vacuuming up Druidia's air. This leads to a final showdown where Lone Star uses the Schwartz. Dark Helmet continues to be wildly bad at villainy, and the entire evil plan collapses under the sheer weight of everyone involved being deeply incompetent. In the end, secrets about Lone Star's past come out, the princess gets her real happy ending, the villains get humiliated, and the galaxy is saved from the dumbest air theft scheme ever conceived. So overall, Spaceballs is a parody about a runaway princess, a broke space pilot, a dog man, an evil lord with overcompensation issues, and a universe where the dumbest possible joke is almost always the correct one. It's self-aware, ridiculous, weirdly quotable, and fully committed to asking, what if epic space fantasy, but make it profoundly stupid. But
Very
in like the
nice.
best
Very
way.
nice.
Yeah, that nails it. Yeah. It's Star Wars. It's the airplane of Star Wars movies. It's great.
Yeah.
It is the airplane of Star Wars movies. I honestly don't even fully know where to start with this. I think one of my favorite things about this movie is it starts right out of the gate as a Star Wars parody,
Mhm.
but then there are so many other things peppered in
Yeah.
where you can say like, oh, that's Star Trek. Oh, that's Aliens. Oh, that's a million other things. And it
Mhm.
is so fun. Also, I was really upset to learn that there is apparently a documentary about this movie. Have either of you guys seen that?
No.
I don't think so.
When I was looking it up on IMDb to get some info on the people in it, etc., like we do,
Mm.
I typed in Spaceballs and a ton of Spaceballs stuff came up, and one of them was a documentary that was apparently made in 2005. So,
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
little bummed I missed that one in preparation for
Yeah.
this.
I don't know how because I feel like there's a reason they're making a sequel to this, right? There's a hunger out there for more Spaceballs content, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the interesting thing of doing a direct sequel, probably the most meta joke he could have thought up because of the fact that he's doing a Star Wars, a Spaceballs sequel like 30 years after the fact, just like Star Wars sequel 30 years after the fact.
Oh, yeah. That is clever actually. And people are going to want to see this too, especially because this is going to be Rick Moranis's return to, cinema, which is, I think, awesome because I love his character in this movie. It's he's such a nerd. He's such a nerd and he has a higher position of power. And it's just absolutely insane to me because no one takes him seriously if he didn't have the Schwartz because everyone else is taller, bigger build than him, and you just have this absolute dweeb who likes to play with dolls in his room when everyone's looking or no one is looking.
It's so funny that joke about the dolls it's because he's like, "Did you see anything?" And he says, "No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir."
His
Implying that this
reaction.
is just the
Yeah.
thing that everyone on the ship has seen at some point because they'll just walk in and he'll be smashing his action figures together, which is really funny.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many moments where everyone kind of looks at him and are thinking to themselves, oh my God, how did he get this position? And then he reminds them and they're like, oh yeah, no, you're fine, sir. We're good. We're
Everyone,
good.
everyone cover your junk because
Yeah, everyone covered it.
that's also one of the funnier running gags throughout this movie is whenever he turns around and he's angry, people just instinctively like cover up because they're
Grab
expecting the
themselves.
Schwartz beam. Yeah. But also I love the fact that the movie opens with we were talking about Catholic weddings and the movie opens with a big fancy Jewish wedding.
Yes.
Um Also I love the fact that it's Prince Valium and he's got the Prince Valiant haircut. Um and that's a fun joke for me.
That
Yeah,
and being sleepy all the time.
and
Yeah.
they just start, okay, here's a character who's 100% a one-note joke, but he shows up like twice, and that's all you need, and it's perfect. And then here's our more well-rounded main characters, because you've got Princess Vespa and Dot Matrix. It's just the final form of Joan Rivers if she'd been able to keep getting surgeries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you've got Lone Star showing up with the Indiana Jones hat on,
Yep.
but he's clearly like hung or still drunk as the ship flies. You've got John Candy. He's just so uh, just immediately showing up with tail around with some great physical comedy. Man, it just opens hot, and man, it's just really like this is the tone of this movie. You're gonna get puns, you're gonna get visual gags, you're gonna get Pizza the Hut, you're gonna get the fact that robot friend is Max Headroom. We're just gonna keep smashing references at you them or not, and we're not going to slow down, and they're just going to become faster and faster.
Yeah. And I mean, Lindsay, you pointed it out. It's so crazy because this is another one of those situations where the plot is so incredibly basic, but they fill it beautifully, I think, with a lot of jokes, of most of them being sci-fi related. Because let's face it, all of us that are sci-fi nerds are like the beam me up thing, like turning his
Oh
head
yeah. Yeah.
backwards, and of course, like all the sexual puns that come with this as well. And uh, it's just it's they don't pretend that it isn't what it is. They're like, this is what you're getting. Have fun with it. And I think that that's why this is uh, a film that most people like. And because you have so many talented actors in it, that's why you remember some of these one-liners. Uh, I love the um, when they pull out the VHS tape,
Yes.
and my family still goes, "Prepare to fast forward, fast forwarding, sir." They- It's a classic.
And I love a good fourth wall break like
Oh
that.
yeah.
That is, and it is very meta
Hmm.
to for them to pull out the merchandising kills me. Every little bit that they had in the movie, the Spaceballs, the bed sheet, and so,
The
like,
flamethrower.
yep, Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
So
Every
I did buy a flamethrower for this year,
nice.
so I'm
Welcome to
excited
the
to.
club.
You're
Yeah, I'm
gonna
very
put like a
ex
decal on there that says Spaceballs. I like it.
I'm gonna try to find like a sticker to stick on it because it's gonna be. I'm so excited because I've wanted Spaceballs the flamethrower. And was lucky he got one of those boring company flamethrowers that they made, the more versions. But yeah, it's not Spaceballs to flamethrower, I'll tell you that.
I
Well,
also
not with
like
that kind
their
of attitude.
right. And they also make a plug to they will have a sequel, Spaceballs, The Search for More Money.
Which, if you watch the teaser for the sequel, Mel Brooks says lampshades that joke because it's supposed to be Spaceballs search for more money, but they cut to a bag sitting beside him. He's like, "But I found it," and there's a bag next to it that says Spaceballs colon the money.
Oh, they
It's
found it.
great. It's great. He's like, "Yeah, we found it. It was in the attic."
I know that we talked about it before we started recording, but I wondered if Ron, you could share the merchandising situation for this film for those who don't know. why
Oh,
wasn't
sure.
there a lot of merchandising despite
Actual
it being,
merchandising, yeah, that you can
yeah.
buy.
Well, here's so one of the things Mel Brooks did was he got permission from Lucas before he decided to do this movie, and George Lucas and ILM actually helped out a lot with the production. Um, George has gone on record saying he loves the movie and he loves how the story structure is set up and the jokes, and said he was going to hurt himself laughing. So he's a big fan of it. But the one deal he said with Mel Brooks is like the one thing you can't Mel, I love your movie, but the one thing I can't let you do is make action figures, because that's where Daddy makes his money. And if action figures, people are going to think they're my action figures. And Mel, of course, since it's 1987 and George Lucas is the most powerful man who's ever lived, like, oh, sure, yeah, no action figures, no merchandising, you're great. So George Lucas loved the movie, but he was not up to one step on his real moneymaker, which was the toys.
But I want the flamethrower.
And it was precisely those meetings he had with George Lucas that directly inspired the Spaceballs, the merchandise, the whole sequence. Because that Mel Brooks, after he got out of those meetings, was like, I got to write this into the movie because it's crazy. And thus, Spaceballs, the merchandise was born.
It all makes sense now.
Do we think
It was so random in the film.
do we think Spaceballs 2 will have actual merchandise? Or is that still
That's a great
I
question.
think they're like still pretty hard and fast under contract.
Well, it depends on who's going to put it out because I know that Disney owns Star Wars now, and
Um,
Disney might actually own Spaceballs? Question mark.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
that is,
I was about to look it up right now because yeah.
Yeah.
and
Does
Disney
Disney?
loves their merch. So if they put out Spaceballs, then I mean, this movie was made to merchandise.
Yeah.
I want a
And
Spaceballs the sweatshirt.
oh, that would be fun. Yeah. Can I get a set of headphones for
Spaceballs
the,
the
yeah,
headphones.
the Leia, the not Leia, the
The
oh,
Princess Vespa.
Vespa. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
Oh,
be
that would be great.
that was such a fun little like kind of
Bit.
nod to it.
Yeah.
So I went, okay, did you have those things on during the wedding, or were you just prepared to never listen to your husband ever again and just be like, this is a hairstyle, this is a life choice?
I don't get the impression that Prince Valium does a lot of talking.
No, I mean, he didn't even know he's like, where have you been when she came back? Also,
Okay.
it does
So,
not, Disney does not own
yeah,
Spaceballs.
I was going to say, but do you know who does own it?
Mm.
Amazon.
Oh,
Ooh.
So we might get a
Ooh.
Clash of the Titans style fight between Disney and Amazon over over Spaceballs the merchandise, because you know Amazon's going to be licking their chops to have a special Amazon only Spaceballs store where you can buy,
100%. And I am
yeah.
absolutely their target audience. Like I will buy all of it.
You know it'll be at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, which I'm down. I love Hot Topic, but um,
So one of the things that I feel I kind of regret that we never got was the original idea for the Spaceballs sequel that Rick Moranis had come up with
mhm.
was he was going to call it Spaceballs 3: The Search for Spaceballs 2,
I like
which
that.
which to me is great because you also works in more of the Star Trek based jokes that they don't
Hmm.
really. There's a lot of Star Trek jokes. Like I watched a couple episodes of TOS last night after Svengoolie went off. But man, like there's a whole world to be mined. Even after uh, Star Trek Lower Decks, there's a whole world of Star Trek comedy out there that is just waiting to be dragged in. And I think Spaceballs 3: The Search for Spaceballs 2 would have knocked it out of the park. But
Hmm.
we'll see.
We'll find out in 2027. I
I'm
think that's
so
when they said
excited.
I know. There are going to be so many people that are going to come see this movie. At least I hope so. Um,
I hope if Amazon owns it, I wonder if it'll go straight to streaming or if it'll release in theaters. Because I would absolutely go to the theater to see
I
this. I feel
I
like
was
that
just
would be a
thinking
fun
that,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
This would definitely be one that I would go, yeah, this deserves
Well,
to be
it's
seen in a
coming out
theater.
through MGM, so I would imagine
Hmm.
they have theater deals
Yeah.
in place
Yeah.
that they're going to utilize. Because I feel like Amazon, much like yogurt, is always on the search for more money, and they're not going to just let this, like, its exclusive home will be Amazon, obviously, but I feel like they're also going to rake up as much theater cash as they can with their MGM releases because they've got to pay for having bought MGM.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it's just
I'm, it's
any
interesting,
kind of
yeah.
space movie is good in a theater.
Hmm. I think so. I want
Yeah,
to see them go to Plaid again,
one
Yeah.
of yeah, one of the underrated things that about this movie is how actually good the space sequences look.
right?
Uh-huh.
Particularly like when Spaceball 1 is chasing down Princess Vespa's Mercedes, and you get the composite shot of um, the Flying Winnebago coming in, and
Hmm.
John Candy coming down the down the coming down the thing. And the space stuff looks better than it has any right to. And also the composite shot where they're in hyperactive speed,
Yeah.
but Spaceballs 1 shoots overhead and the top is just plaid is
Yes.
really
Huh.
good. That's where you can really see the fact that they were like, well, George Lucas likes it. He's going to help us out by referring us to some of his ILM cronies. You can see that really pays off in this movie because the things that are supposed to look dumb. The things that aren't supposed to look dumb actually pretty good. Like
Yeah.
even the giant yogurt statue is a really fun piece of practical effects. Like it's really funny.
I love I don't know if you guys, I kind of when I watched that particular part when they were talking to the statue, I was like, oh, Wizard of Oz. We have a Tin Man, uh, a lion, and I guess in this particular case, Lone Star. For some reason, my brain always wants to say Star Lord. I don't know why. So please don't judge me on that.
Because
I
he's
guess he's,
basically Star-Lord.
mm, I like him a little bit more than Star Lord in some versions, but uh,
But you see the parallels. He's pompous. He's,
yep,
attractive. He
yeah,
doesn't know fully what he's doing, but he sure tries.
yeah,
And it's really funny because they set it up by having them all stand together just like the four main characters from The Wizard of Oz. And it's an exact
yeah,
match shot of them
Hmm.
like standing before the wizard. It's awesome. And it also makes sense that Lone Star is the scarecrow in this lineup because he's not exactly the smartest knife in the drawer as, to mangle an
He-
expression.
I think that for him in his particular case, it's because he's like dressed in like all browns and tans that I think that that's probably what's supposed to be it. And then you've got good old Princess Vespa, who's just in white. Ugh, I I love her hair dryer. See her industrial strength hair dryer.
Oh
She's like,
my
"Can't
gosh.
live
Yeah.
without it."
As they crash land
Yeah,
on a desert planet.
yeah. Hair's gonna be so frizzy.
It
This is all
is.
said and done.
You need all the help you can get in those
Well,
kind of conditions.
if they leave the combs in the desert, she could always grab one of those and brush her hair out.
Yeah.
Another just another joke that has just stuck with me forever is the "we ain't found shit,"
Yes,
and they're using the giant afro pick.
The combing. Yeah. That one's
that threw me for a loop when I first saw it. I went, "What in the? Oh, I see what they did there."
nah.
How about you guys?
We ain't found shit.
And it's also great to see, the guy who makes all the sound effects from
Yes.
Police Academy,
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael Winslow. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Michael Winslow.
That was clever.
It's a really great use of his like insane talents to have him be the
Hmm.
radar operator and to have him show up periodically throughout the movie to make some bleeps and creeps and sweeps.
I did like the little cameo folks that we like. Of course, there's so many soldiers that are there, but we run into a couple that are very interesting, like Major Asshole
Yeah.
and his cousin. And of course, there's the guy at the very beginning, and he's like talking to Colonel Sanders, and he's like, "You're really indispensable. You know that, right?" And then 2 seconds later, he gets shot in the nuts.
But he doesn't die, right? Like he's
I
just
don't. I mean, he's groaning while they're dragging him away, so I'm assuming he's not dead.
Yeah, I think if Dark Helmet was out killing people, it would be a little um, off tone with the movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
even they don't die at the end; they just get more humiliations.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
it's wild because when you look at the people who showed up in this movie as uncredited roles, like
Hmm.
Stephen Tobolowsky is in this. Brenda Strong is there as the nurse. Um, one of the dinks is Tony Cox, who's one of the most famous little person actors alive.
Hmm.
The dink voices are Corey Burtman, Phil Hartman, Tress MacNeille, John Paragon, and Rob Paulson, who are all like Simpsons royalty, except for John Paragon, who is famous for John B. the Genie from Pee-wee and also the breather on Elvira. So like it was just like let's get all the voice actors and groundlings and just kind of stick them in as cameo appearances. And then, of course, the most famous one is the one at the end of the movie, which we've already referenced, but it's nice to see Gilbert Kane survived Alien somehow to
I
show
love
up
it.
at Edith's
Not,
diner.
not again. Like, dude, stop getting the special.
Oh man, what a collection of people. All right, so we've met Yogurt, which is also just the Yogurt name and how he pitches directly to camera to
Yeah,
start the merchandising thing. Every time they break the fourth wall, like even in the very beginning when President Scrooge go over their plan, you, you know, he looks at he looks directly at the camera and says, "Okay, do you get it?"
yeah.
And it's just like we're just gonna hammer this nail to death. The whole VHS scene, which one of the things that I didn't enjoy as a child, like one of the things I thought was not super funny, was the extended "Who's on First" bit that they do about when's now, now's when,
Oh,
when's
yeah.
then. But now as an adult, it killed me because I was like, okay, I get exactly what this is referencing. I'm familiar with this now, and also the
Hmm.
wordplay is really funny. So, like, even as a grown up, I'm finding new jokes in there that I didn't notice before that get me every time.
How old were you, Ron, when you first watched this? Do you remember?
Oh, like 8,
Okay.
7. Yeah.
Because
It's one of
I feel like it's a pretty kid friendly movie for the most part. Like, because I feel like the the adult jokes would go over their heads, but it's got a lot of physical comedy in it
hmm
that I feel like a kid would find hilarious. I mean, it's still hilarious when Dark Helmet flies into the
Oh, that's
gas,
hilarious.
I guffawed. Like all of the really big physical comedy bits I thought were so funny.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that one was one of my favorite scenes as a kid. And then at the end when they're evacuating Spaceball, when they're evacuating Mega Maid because it's about to blow up, and there's just like a bear that shows up and just the random people from the restaurant go in, all the random characters that just show up out of nowhere to make the scene look more chaotic. Just
Hmm.
it killed me. And
Hmm.
going to Plaid was really funny to me as a child for some reason.
I mean, I think that the way John Candy like said that line, I think is what really made it. Because they're like, what the hell was that? Spaceballs won. They've gone to plaid. It was just he was such a talented actor. I really liked his character in this film. I know that you said, Lindsay, like he was chaotic, but I was like, he played a Mog well. He had kind of good boy energy for the most part. Um,
Yeah, he was so fun. And his introduction, where he's like making in air quotes dinner for himself, and
yeah,
he's just got like his can of Alpo or whatever it was, his
yeah.
can of dog food that he's
I th I
I thought
thought
it
it
was ice
was like
cream for a
I
very
I
long time.
I think it's that 80s dog food where you put water in it and it made its own gravy,
nice.
which is why he's mixing it up and why it looks like a bowl of
Barf.
yesterday's barf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barf's eating barf.
Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Which which also was a joke that killed me as a child. No,
Yeah.
what's your real name? Bartholomew. Because I knew a kid named Bartholomew, and that got me.
I loved the priest too. He just was so fucking done at the end of that movie. Like the short version, which is probably the again, I like when we were, I know off camera we were talking about weddings and everything, but it's great where he's like, I am so done. I am not doing this anymore. I have attempted to do this now 3 times. Do you? Do you? Great, you're married. Kiss her.
Perfect. That's my kind of ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we eloped and just went to the got a justice of the peace appointment.
Ron, you guys are in the elope club? Brian and I are in the elope club. That's what we
Yeah,
did.
we
Yeah, I
literally
didn't.
just like called my parents and called my mom and dad and my family at the time, and we're like, "Can you just guys meet us down here? We're gonna get married." And they were like,
Nice.
"What?" And it's like, "Yeah."
Mm.
Yep.
And so
I,
we like told them at the very last possible minute to deflect any opportunity that my mom would have had to try to get us to do something bigger or more elaborate.
Mm.
So yeah,
good. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Yeah. A quick ceremony. Look, they got it done.
yep.
They got it done.
I mean, there's only certain requirements from doing that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we're good. Sign the paperwork, you're done. So, and then he's
And
like, "Aw."
bonus, they got to get married. I think Lone Star was debt free because Pizza the
Mm.
Hut ate himself, if
Yes.
I'm not
He ate
mistaken.
himself to death. Yeah, because
We
he
gotta
got
talk about Pizza the Hut. He looked so gross and so delicious at the same time.
what a spectacular achievement in how can you be both appetizing and disgusting at the same time? I
Right.
don't
Mhm.
know how. As a child, Pizza the Hut was the grossest thing I'd ever seen. As an as a like in my 20s, usually after a couple of adult beverages, I'd be like, man, I
Mhm.
could go for a big pile of Pizza the Hut right now.
They should, that's another thing they should do. They should, I know he's dead technically, but for the sequel, it has to be Pizza Hut, of course. They have to do like a Pizza the Hut like pizza or something like
Yeah.
that. It'll probably look disgusting, but you know you're gonna eat it.
I
It'll
think
be like a Pizza the Hut bowl. It'll have to be in a
yes,
bowl.
because they remember how they used to do those bowls at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You could get like the pasta
Oh.
or
The pasta bowls or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
the Pizza the Hut pasta bowl,
Hmm.
the Pizza the Hut bowl, Spaceballs colon the pizza, which is just meatballs on a pizza, and then possibly something with something green like spinach or basil or something
Hmm.
for like yogurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I also need to like make like a big cup, like kind of like a slushy or a Slurpee like sort of thing, and the mound should be dark helmet, giant helmet.
Yes,
Hmm.
that's great.
Yeah.
Space
Yeah,
Spaceballs, put us on advertisement.
Pizza
Follow
Hut,
us for more marketing
Pizza
advice.
Hut, call
Yes.
us. MGM, we're always available. Amazon,
Hmm.
Amazon, we love you. Don't throw us to your orphan smashing machine when you run out of orphans.
We're good. We'll answer your calls.
Wait, well, yeah. I mean, not initially. I don't usually pick up the phone for numbers I don't. I hit, leave a voicemail for me. I'll call you back.
I feel like if Amazon called you, you wouldn't have the option to decline it. Your phone would just pick it up for you and like
Yeah.
start yelling at you from across the room.
Miss McGahee? The hell?
Because I feel no, it's Amazon. They know exactly have your name pronounced.
That
Yeah,
that would be refreshing, actually, for
They
once.
know everything.
they do. I'm okay with that. It's
Hold my
fine.
Amazon packages hostage until I help them.
Now, listen, you're going to cooperate with us, or else we're going to tell everyone that you bought 18 Dr. Scholl's insoles.
Oh, the horror! It's like right up there with Princess Vespa getting her old nose back. Where did you get that?
Oh,
What a great bit for this movie, too. Oh,
that was
man.
really good. I forgot about that one. That
I
was
never
funny.
forgot about it. I did forget what her nose did look like before, because I went, oh, wow, okay. Hmm, that was a good Sweet 16 present. No judgment on noses, but
Mm-hmm.
you probably got a lot of hooker by crook jokes thrown at her.
Yeah.
I
Have you ever known anybody who got like a nose job for their 16th birthday or boobs for when they turned 18?
If they, no. I was like,
I
if they did, they didn't admit to it.
I know one person, I don't think it was for her birthday, but she had a deviated septum and was also bestowed a rather large nose. And when she went to have her surgery consult, the surgeon was like, I mean, if you want a new nose, it's honestly, this is the best time to do it. So she was like, sure, let's do it.
Nice.
Well, and her mom signed off on it. She was like, yeah, sure, let's. And I had met her post new nose, so I didn't
Ah,
know that she'd had a nose job done until she was like, "Oh yeah, God, here's my old picture." It's like, wow, wow, it really does make a difference, doesn't it? What do you know?
before and after.
Yeah, yeah. So it was it was one of those. I think she was around 18 when it happened. Like her parents definitely had to foot the bill for it, so she was young enough for that. But
Mm.
you know,
Eh,
I didn't live in a place where plastic surgery was really much of an option. Like you had to travel at least an hour or two out of town to find one.
I was. I just either didn't, either I knew them after they had had it, or I just didn't notice. Because I think everyone knows there's like, most people will know there's a difference between like going like, I think making it look natural versus the
Mhm.
extreme. But parents talk and things like that. And they're like, oh, she got a boob job or something like that. It's like, okay, cool.
Everyone I know who's had a boob job wants you to feel their tits. Like that's just a thing that especially right after. I've
Yep.
known several people who have had it done and they're like, "No, seriously, feel them. They're very real." And they are very I mean, this is my anecdotal experience. I've touched a lot of fake boobs.
I've hugged a lot of fake boobs. So, and sometimes they feel natural. And then there's one particular person that I was like, oh, it's like hugging a really weirdly like brick wall in the shape of boobs. It's like you don't hug them too hard because you're just gonna crush yourself.
Nice. Yeah, a guy I knew in college, his girlfriend went away for like spring break and came back with new boobs.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
like,
Yeah.
hey, honey, you noticed anything different? And they're like, you got a haircut.
No, these were immediately noticeable because it was like I said goodbye to them before they left, and then when we all reconvened, I was like, "Good Lord, what happened? You've had some
Young,
you've had some personal growth there.
you drank your milk.
Drink
Yeah.
somebody's milk."
Yeah. I think, well, I don't think it's that uncommon anymore. I think a lot of people get plastic surgery, especially,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm in New Jersey now, so like Botox and fillers, very normal
Hmm.
here.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you have it, great. If you don't, also great. Like no one really,
Hmm.
I don't think
Cares.
judges one way or the other, but it's just
Yeah.
do what makes you feel good, I guess.
Yeah.
Go for it. I don't,
Yeah.
you know, I spend my money on other stuff.
No, I'm not down to yuck anybody's yum. I mean, It is
I'm
what it
not
is.
I'm
Oh
not
no,
here
I
to
know you're
dull your
not.
sparkle.
Yeah, it's like,
Right.
hey, if it brings you joy, that's great. If I hear down the line that you hated it because you can't raise your eyebrows, I don't know what to tell you at that point.
It wears off eventually. Yeah.
So,
Uh what nose job. Oh, you know what else? We brought it up, but the flying Mercedes was a slick looking
hmm
whip.
Oh
That
yeah.
that was very nice.
that was solid. And that was absolutely a like daddy's got money kind of vehicle.
hmm
Also, I laughed a lot when he was like, "Oh, also try to bring back the car."
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he did not get that
He
car
did
back.
not get
That
he
thing
did
got
not.
towed or hijacked when they left it.
Didn't it get like exploded or burned or something?
It got sucked into Spaceball 1, so I imagine
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
when it becomes Mega made, that car's a goner.
Oh yeah.
Although
I forgot.
let's be honest, President Screw probably stole that car just for himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You because Lone Star wanted nothing to do with it after it attacked him.
Oh man. And okay, so we've talked a lot about Spaceball 1 and what did you think about Mega Made?
Mega Maid was very like it reminded me of a transformer.
Yeah,
So I was there for
which is what I'm sure he was going for.
it.
Um, but I feel like that would have been an awesome transformer to have, and I'm disappointed it's not a. I'm disappointed George Lucas wouldn't let that be a real thing.
Yeah,
A
that's true.
Mega Maid transformer.
There's no transformer like that. So,
And I also liked one of my favorite scenes as a kid was when they would reverse the footage of all the trees being sucked out of the ground, and the trees would just pop back into the ground where they left before.
That was a good
When
one.
Mega Maid shifts from suck to blow.
yeah. Like I can't. Oh no, I was thinking about the irreversible comment, like my raincoat. That has nothing to do with Make a Mate. I was thinking of the self-destruct button because, of course, there had to be a self-destruct button in it.
Oh, of course,
Mhm.
everything has
Yeah.
a self-destruct button.
Yeah.
Got to.
And the code is always what some asshole uses for his luggage.
1, 2, 3,
Three,
4.
four, five.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Seriously.
Oh, that was such a dumb little bit, but I still remember that one so much. Whenever somebody says that, I'm like, oh, like the combination on my luggage.
You know what else? What I liked? I liked the Mr. Coffee bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
next to Mr. Radar.
Yep. No, that's the Mr. Coffee. The coffee's brewing. Obviously.
Of course, I
Yeah.
always want coffee with when we're looking at radars. You know that. Of course I do, sir. Everyone knows that. Of
And
course
then
we do,
everyone
sir.
covers their junk.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great movie. And then we get the I also quite enjoy the climactic Schwartz battle
Yes.
uh where they basically say the implied thing from Star Wars
Yep.
where it's just all penis references.
Yep.
As
And
you
taken
do.
down by a mirror because, of course.
Oh, of course.
Also, I wanted to go look in Cracker Jack boxes for a ring like the Schwartz because when he said that, I was like, oh, again, another merchandising thing they should do for Cracker Jacks. If you're lucky,
Yeah.
you get the Schwartz ring.
Seriously. So many things you can do. This is like this movie and or the second movie that is about to come out has to be just a marketer or promo person's like dream. If they're
Yeah,
allowed to actually create merch from it.
I hope they get to.
There's so
Um,
many partnerships. There's so many opportunities. Pizza
yeah,
Hut, yes. You got to get one of the major soda brands in there. Mr.
absolutely.
Coffee, you can bring
Yep.
Hmm.
that back.
Mm-hmm. Um, Cracker Jacks,
Cracker Jack,
definitely.
yeah. Yogurt,
Uh,
I don't know, maybe Faye will partner.
Oh yeah,
Or Chobani.
there you go.
Yeah, Yo
Oh,
Play.
Chapane, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo
We'll
play,
have
even with
Yo
strawberry.
we'll have Yoplait, which is actually Yogurt's grandson.
Ah,
What a
yes.
great idea.
That's perfect.
Uh-huh. He
Yogurt,
inherited the Schwartz.
yogurt balls. Little yogurt balls. Call them Spaceballs.
Yogurt balls.
And then just be green with little ears stuck on them.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Spaceballs, the yogurt.
a yogurt. Valium could probably Valium could probably also get an ad in there. Oh, and again the
The
space
headphones.
bun.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah.
space
Beats
bun
Beats
headset.
by Dre. Call him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apple would love to get in on that.
Uh-huh.
You know they would see again, MGM, give us a phone call. We can just keep going. This could
Yeah.
literally just be a podcast about us telling you what merchandise you need to sell and who you need to go talk to.
Hire us. We can brainstorm all day.
We're we do that for a lot of the movies that we review anyway. So,
That's true. That's true.
oh.
It's where we excel.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if we can just figure out how to do that for this podcast, we are going to be golden
I was
on
gonna
Easy Street.
I was gonna say we do it for everything except for the podcast that we're trying to promote.
What are you going to do?
Hopefully come up with some ideas.
No.
Film script the flamethrower.
Uh-huh.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
kids love it.
Film
Just
strip
get
the
some.
headphones, film strip the mic.
Pop dolls. Oh, pop
Mhm.
dolls. That's another one you have to get for
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a talking dark helmet Funko.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be like the dark helmet one has to be like the bigger pop dolls, but it's like a tiny little body and he's got the giant head and he's gonna need
Yes.
to stand because he's gonna be if you try to take him out of packaging, he's just gonna fall right over.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get you use the normal pop doll base, but you use the head
Yep,
from the big head.
yep.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Possibly
good.
make it a bobblehead.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
there needs to be a special one where it's his helmet's been indented from after they went to plaid. That needs to be a
Yes.
specialty one.
Maybe he's holding a little styrofoam cup for coffee.
Or no, his little mini dolls in his hand.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
That would be perfect. Is there anything in this movie that you guys didn't like or that didn't work for you?
No, I mean, if, at least for me, there were definitely some. I remember when I first saw Mega Maid, I went, "What are they doing?" And then, of course, it's like sucking the air out of the planet.
Mhm.
Um, I, I don't know. It just all kind of like it. I think that because you're seeing this movie and you pretty quickly know what you're getting yourself into, there's definitely some moments of absurdity, but it just I think your brain just kind of goes, okay, this is just adding to the list of craziness that you'll remember down the line, like, Planet of the Apes at the very end. Um, or the alien moment from the diner. You're like, why are they in a diner? And then you get that and you go, oh, it all makes sense. So I think just that's so for me, even though if you try to explain it to people, they're probably like, what? Who have never seen it, but it just works, I think. But I don't know,
Yeah.
Ron, do you have a different opinion?
No, I think if in many ways this movie actually um kind of predicted a lot of what the ridiculous blockbusters to come would be. Like, tell me
Mhm.
Mega Maid, if you slapped a bunch of CGI gears on it, it wouldn't fit in with one of those Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Right.
I don't
Because
remember that Transformer from the comics, but I might have to go back and double check.
well, no, you gotta
But
watch
she
the
could be
movie
written
because
in.
all the
Yeah,
ones from the movie are just gray CGI metal blobs. Like
That's true.
Mega Maid might have too much personality to be a Transformer
Yeah, you would have need like the
these days.
perfect voice
But
actor for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a great movie. And like with any comedy, if a joke doesn't land, just wait a few minutes because there's going to be a follow-up that will land, and they
Hmm.
will get you one way or the other. It's not quite to the like the machine gun delivery of like Airplane, but it's like really steady, like watching a really good boxer. Like, yeah, one of these punches is going to get through and land, and it's going to happen more often than you think. And one of these jokes is going to get through and land for you, and it's going to happen more often than you expect. But yeah, it's really funny to think about just how well structured this movie is, just by movie standards, even for a comedy. It's just fast, it's lean. They don't they don't waste air unless it's to make a joke funnier. So like, what a
I see what you did there.
sharp. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not wasting
exactly.
air.
Yeah, and also like I feel like President Scrooge would have invented vaping because that's basically what he's doing with the can of Perrier.
That was
Yep,
clever,
that
Harry
was
Air.
yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's the thing. There are so many little fun Easter eggs and little nuggets. Like I feel like every piece of set or yeah, there, by the way, Perrier, there's another
Oh,
marketing
there you go.
opportunity for you guys.
Hmm.
But I feel like there were so many things that every time you watch the movie, you'll find something new that you didn't catch the first or second or third or however many times you watched it,
Hmm.
which is so fun and entertaining. And I think keeps people going back. And it's also just like so quintessentially Mel Brooksian. Like
Yeah.
it's just, it's very, this is, I don't know. It's just Mel Brooks is just his stuff is so fun to watch anyway, but this
Hmm.
is I don't even want to say peak because his other stuff is also really good. So,
It's hard to like out peak like young Frankenstein.
yeah, and
Hmm.
that's the one I was thinking of specifically. Have they made a musical out of
Yeah.
Spaceballs yet?
Oh no, give it time though. Maybe that would also be great merchandising.
I know, because I've seen Mel Brooks's Frankenstein the musical, and that is hilarious.
And
But
the best part is that you could totally get Rick Moranis to come back and do it because
Mhm.
we've seen him do a musical before. He's got to sing like Seymour, but
Mhm.
it'd be even funnier if he like sings with the helmet on and then sings with the helmet off. So it like goes from deep to prepubescent boy, like real
That's that's
fast.
a that's a good bit for this musical. I think we're onto
Yep.
something here. Mel, give us a call, buddy. Um,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we're
Yeah.
ready. We've got ideas. Um, got some great talent and also me involved. So we're ready.
Can you imagine like if any of these people ever actually did reach out to us? I'd pee my pants a little bit.
I would too. I'd be like, I would genuinely go, am I dreaming? Is this legit? Oh my God, it is. And then I'd
One
immediately
of
be like
these
texting you guys.
one of these days. You never know. You never know. We got a long list. We listed a long list of people. If any of you guys are listening, find us.
We're very nice, we swear. But we'll be cutthroat for you, we promise.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. So, what a film.
Yeah.
It's always fun to do a recording where it's like everybody's super pumped to talk about the movie because we all had a great
Hmm.
time.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or the opposite
Yeah, where we all hate it.
where everybody's super pumped because it was awful. Like 100% give me no middle grounds, like if possible.
There,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. There have been a few movies that I've been excited to discuss just because I didn't like them at
Yep.
all. But um most of the time, I feel like after even if I didn't like it, I will come on like just ready to destroy a movie. And then Ron or Ryan or Jay or whoever else we're talking to will be like, "Oh no, this movie's great and here's why." And
I
then
know. You're like, damn
and
it.
then I'm like, "Yeah, exactly."
I wanted to be
Huh.
vindictive today.
Well, I didn't think about it in that light. So now I don't know if I liked it or not. Medium popcorn.
I'm pretty sure we're all gonna give this movie a nice happy popcorn rating. So should we just go ahead and jump to that part, you think?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. Ron, you want to kick us off?
Sure. So now is the part of the podcast where we give our final thoughts and popcorn ratings because I feel like I have to say that. And in my case, I'm gonna go with a large popcorn. Like some of the stuff's a little dated, but it's from the 80s. Some of the stuff is just really intelligently written jokes based off of the sci-fi material that has gone before it. It's probably the most dead accurate Star Wars parody you're gonna get, just because it doesn't try to be like an exclusively Star Wars parody. Um, which is the thing that I think those Family Guy Star Wars episodes that everybody seems to love kind of miss out on because it's got just enough freedom to like kind of explore with the material and to sneak in some references to other stuff. But man, the just from a pure comedy standpoint, the visual gags, the fourth wall breaks, the puns, all that stuff that hit in 1987 still kind of hits with me today. And like I said, I found some new appreciation for some bits that used to not work for me. Some of the bits that used to work for me now don't work as well. But at the same time, it's like I had a good time watching a movie, and it's full of really funny people doing really funny stuff, and it's incredibly clever and it is and shockingly well crafted when it comes to like sci-fi comedy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a large popcorn. Great time. Thumbs way up.
Awesome. Ryan?
I have to agree with Ron. I'm also going to give this a large popcorn. I loved it when I was younger. I love it even more now. As mentioned, this movie it's crazy, but you know what you're going to get yourself into, and it's constant. I feel I don't if something falls flat, just give it a second or two. Something is gonna make you start laughing. I almost said laughing. Don't know why. Um, and there's some really talented actors in this. I love Mel Brooks films, and it's got some of his little habits in it, which were wonderful to watch. I never get tired of this film. So, again, 2 thumbs up.
And I am going to echo both of you and give it a large Spaceballs the popcorn because,
Merchandising.
yeah, exactly. So easy. So easy. It's just handed to you on a Spaceballs the platter. It's just too easy.
Does it come with a is it in a giant yogurt head?
No,
Yeah,
it's in a dark helmet head.
Oh,
a
And
dark
then
dark
you
helmet
can
head.
put
helmet
it
head.
on your head
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
And the
And an
cup is just
oversized.
a giant cup that says Spaceballs the cup on it.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That is what I'll give it. There's so many fun things in this movie, and as I mentioned earlier, you can watch it over and over and over again and still find something new about it. And the jokes also still hit for me. I don't know if they'll be able to do the same types of comedy in the Spaceballs 2 coming out, but you know what? We'll see. Maybe they'll find a way. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Either way, still love this movie and highly recommend it. Recommend it to your friends. It's just, I don't know, it's just goofy and silly and really enjoyable to watch. And I think all of us really enjoyed our time rewatching and talking about it. So with that, I will bring this podcast to a close. You can all find and follow us on social media at Filmstrip Pod. We share announcements about upcoming shows as well as other fun content. And don't forget to subscribe and share the show. Bonus points if you leave us a positive review. It does help other people find our podcast, and it makes us feel really good about ourselves. Until next time, thanks for listening to Filmstrip.
Thank you for listening to Filmstrip. You can find more episodes on our website, filmstrippodcast.com. The Filmstrip theme music is produced and performed by Frozen Lake 121. All content used or discussed in these podcast episodes is the property of the respective owners and used under the Fair Use Act, Section 504, C2, Title 17.